Sounds like we've got a few.
We've got people of the
in
Rat Club here in the chat as well.
But Benoit, you talked about this.
Hope Zero is back from
right?
his little jog.
It's been 84 years. So I was originally asked to outline the original ideas behind how organizations would work in the very
There
early
goes
days of the
Zio.
project. A younger Ben, big ideas, same ideas, now action. You have no idea how happy I am that we're finally tackling this task and this design in the game to truly give you all the tools you need to make your empire in SC. There are more than 70,000 organizations registered on the RSI website.
And a lot have less than 10 like us at the Right Club.
69,999 of them of decent size, and then test. Ridiculous.
Too big.
But all of those have custom identities, logos, charter. The amount of creative and high-quality content you guys have always produced has always amazed us and inspired us. Those orgs range from a small group of friends with just the name
That's
to
us.
large companies spanning a large amount of players with the intent to share wealth, missions, and campaigns together. Now we want to make those orgs matter in the game. Should you choose to join or create an organization, we want this social aspect to be part of your progression. But don't let me spoil it. Let's get a real designer to cover this stuff. JJ, you are a self-proclaimed big MMO player yourself, so why don't you give us the details?
There you go. There's Jake Jason Vicious.
Thank you.
JJ. What are orgs? Yes, there we go.
But as an MMO player, I understand that different terminology is used in a lot of different games. So I just wanted to very quickly go over how we're using it in Star Citizen. So orgs, as many of you know, the players coming together to achieve a goal, whatever you want your goals to be. We give you the framework and you set it up and drive it forward. And we were going to shout a few of them out, but I was actually told we couldn't play favorites, so we actually made our own. So we've got the Fellowship of JJ
and the Bolt's Fault Buccaneers.
Those
What?
guys.
You guys made your own orgs?
Yeah, we kind of left you out. Sorry about that, James.
Okay,
We
these
also
are the
have
regular
NPC
game
factions,
factions.
and they're already in the game, and you can earn or lose reputation with them. Now contracts and doing nice things.
Are we
going
gonna
to
be able to put our logo in the game?
And all that horrible stuff you love, Ben, that will lose you rep. Ling and Redwind and the ones that you can see on there are just a few examples, and there's going to be a lot more to come going forward. Now, there are also guilds, like the Interstellar Transport Guild. And these are essentially
Oh, the Bounty
collections
Hunters
of
Guild,
several
right?
factions, and we're putting them in a position to be more prevalent.
What? You're saying there's something bigger than factions?
Oh, yeah. So they're going to be something you interact with a lot, and they essentially handle contracts for
Right,
factions.
Zio, we have to put
But
our own logo
you
in the
will
game.
rep
Right?
with both still, but as the bigger entity, the guild will be much more important. And you'll find out a lot more about guilds tomorrow at the Stars My Destination presentation at the end of tomorrow.
Again, a tease.
But now we can dive into some of our new org systems.
Yes. Let's start with the basics. I want to find,
We
or I
need
want to recruit for
An
an org.
org headquarter in game.
Yeah. So welcome to the new app for everything orgs.
Ooh.
Tease with the mask.
So orgs can be big and complex, and as we said, some of them have thousands of members. So when we designed the app, well, we made sure that we took this into account, but it's also something that we can expand on moving forward.
Gonna get some coffee
Let's
for
have a
that.
look at it.
Now, I'd like to point out that
Bone.
the Fellowship of JJ, like every
Tracy's at
designer-based
Punish.
org, is really focused on things like progression gameplay and mission and crafting.
Those bold
leveling up.
Fellowship of GG.
But my Bolt's Fault Buccaneers, no, they're the real deal. Now, we don't do any of that stuff. Now, we're in it
Give me
for
the verse ready for
profit,
invasion of
interdiction
space
lines,
lanes and vandal
shipboarding
heads. That's
action.
bone.
We get all that sweet cargo for free.
For free. That sounds pretty illegal, Ben.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's in those crates?
Slam!
Anyway, it sounds like you guys might be interested in joining some big orgs. Well, I prefer something smaller. So I think it's fair to say
So we got
that we
how it's
want to
founded,
play in different ways,
the
and we
members,
want to
the
join different
language,
orgs.
everything is there. That's
The
cool.
recruitment tab is the place
The
to
logo
find
as well, right? There's the
it.
logo.
So we're giving you the
Is it from
tools
Spectrum?
to promote your org to potential members in order to give a best
That's
first
how they're
impressions.
integrating the
Just
Spectrum
noticed that, Ben. You might
into
wanna
the
have a word
game.
with Rich. It looks like
What?
he doesn't want you.
No way. I'll have to speak with him.
Anyway, yes, so we're adding filters for when you're basically trying to find a home. And we want to cater to all types of players, because we're a massive game, right? And orgs are combining tons of different gameplay in tons of different ways. So you can search by name if there's an infamous org you've encountered out there in the verse or online. You can search by size. So if you're after a big and active org like me, or a small and more close-knit org like Gabriel. Then you can also search by the gameplay focus.
Or a
of your
tiny org,
so
like the
maybe
E-Ride
you
Club.
love trading in PvP. Or maybe you like events like the Daymar Rally. Safe? Yeah. So I guess you'd end up searching for, say, social and racing, maybe?
What if I love committing crime and roleplay, asking for a friend?
What's that got to do with the presentation? Anyway, you can search for whatever you like, and if it's not there, why not just create it yourself?
So, we allowed you to join multiple orgs back in 2014.
But now,
I can still do that, right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we're keeping it supported, and we're actually doing the Star Citizen thing, and we're going one bigger.
One bigger.
So we're giving you an additional one to join when we actually bring it into the game, too.
Oh,
And we wanted to keep it
nice. So they
because
have a
we've all
little
played games where it's
plus there
far
where you
too
can see
limited.
different
Like,
orgs
one
you're
org per
in.
character just isn't enough for getting this size.
Yeah, and here you get an idea of what the full screen will look like. It's going to be your one-stop shop for joining or finding players for your org. So let's have a look at the core functions and features to look forward to in the rest of the app. This is the Summary tab. On here, you can select one of your orgs that you're in on the left-hand side, and you'll see, well, a summary, a lot of at-a-glance information. So we'll introduce some of these one at a time. So first off, announcements and org information. Simple stuff. You use them how you want to.
So you tell the people what's happening in the
Also,
game, right? Okay, cool.
We're adding an events log. So in here, you'll get a summary of important events within the org and changes
Of what
to
the people
org statuses
do.
or settings. In short, these things, well, it's a big verse, and it's easy to miss cool things that happen in your org. And these features will help you stay on top of the day-to-day life of being an org member.
Okay, we're also adding an events calendar.
For Citizencon.
By default.
That's cool. But you can also put your own events, right? So you have an org event, it's going to be
by
in the
default,
calendar,
it's gonna be
people are
populated
going to
with
know.
our in-game events, so you never miss a thing. But
Like
more
a Star Citizen
importantly,
War
you'll
shooting,
obviously be
or
able to add your
a
own as well.
PvP event,
So you'll
or
never miss another
Jumptown
meetup
event that
to get
we're going to
together
meet
for
up
group
together.
content. It's tough to get everyone on at the same time, right? So use this for your Convoy Tuesdays, Casual Fridays, Holding Hands in Horizon Saturdays, whatever you want.
Getting crushed by the Buccaneers on Monday.
That's Gabriel's favorite.
It is my favorite.
Remember that it is our intent that all the features we're looking at here are available on Spectrum as well, allowing you to access this info even if you're not in the game. This applies to parties, comms, friends, and all other functions. So I can join multiple orgs, like the Buccaneers, the Corvette Club, or the
Corvette
Truckers.
Club.
But how will others see me in the verse if I have multiple choices? Surely I need to pick a banner.
So that's covered by something new called representing. And it's actually quite similar to the
Luckily, they did not call it
affiliation
star
status
logo.
system on the website.
Oh, they missed
So
it.
if
They
you're in
missed
multiple
star logo
orgs,
here.
you choose which one you want to represent, but you can only represent one at a time. Now, there are ongoing benefits for being in orgs, which we'll get to in a minute, but you choosing who you represent asks which one you want to benefit from.
What I want
at
to
any
see in
given
terms
time.
of benefit is mutual
But why?
purchases.
Well, we wanted to support players who like to play with different groups of friends. But we didn't want players who are just in one to be at a major disadvantage to those that are in the full six. Because really, joining multiple orgs should be your choice. And
This
not
is
feel like
insane. You
it's a
can be in
necessity.
6 orgs now.
And there's no need for you to switch which org you're representing to see things like this Moby screen or org chat. But we want to put limitations on how often you can switch to avoid exploiting the systems. And we don't want to punish anyone who's, well, playing by the rules. And a big part of representing is visualizing it in-world. We want you to be able to fly your banner for your org. So we're adding another MMO staple to the game.
How?
Tags.
Oh. I thought that this was going to be the logo on the
So the
ship.
org leader will be able to set a tag for the org, And this gets appended to the name while you're representing.
E-R-A-D-Z-O.
Who is in which
E-R-A-D.
org at a glance. So we'll have it in chats, in world, and if you're not interested in this stuff, well, you have the option to turn it off as well.
How novel! We'll be able to identify people around us.
Yeah, but it's great, you know.
I'm
It's
curious. You
these
mentioned
are
guilds
small
before,
features
I'm guessing
that
they
are
fit into
going to
this somehow.
slowly but surely take us to
So you may have
1.0.
spotted a few references on the UI to alignment earlier, but what is it? So, it's your opportunity to form a relationship between org and in-game guild. Now, just as you in personal rep with the guilds, you can with your org now as well. So your org leaders pick which one you want to align with, and while representing, org members doing specific action, like contracts with them, will increase the org's alignment with the guild. But which
Holy
guilds should you
shit,
pick?
so as orgs, we
all
are
of
going
our
to get
guilds are gonna have
benefits
a
and more
specific theme
payouts.
and associated gameplay. And you can basically pick the one that matches your theme or benefits your org the most. So a combat-focused org,
Yeah.
like the Fellowship, might want to align with themselves with the Mercenary Guild.
Yes.
Or one that enjoys making cash through trading and hauling, they'd probably want to align with the Interstellar Transport Guild.
Can we align with several
Yeah.
orgs?
So
With several
how
guilds,
do
I mean.
these benefits work? Well, as your alignment with a guild, as it raises, you both unlock new benefits from that guild, as well as improve your previously unlocked benefits. So, for example, if I align my org with the Academy of Science Guild, we might get research speed improvements.
Oh.
As my org performs contracts for this guild, alignment raises, and that speed benefit gets better. And needless to say, other guilds will have other types of benefits.
Yeah, right, sure.
Finally, on guild alignment, you are not locked in forever.
Oh, so
You
progress
can
is
switch
reset.
at any
Okay.
time. However, that will put your alignment back at 0. So
Oh,
it's
no.
a big choice.
So every member gets full benefits.
Well, not necessarily. We're also introducing loyalty. So it's similar to the org's alignment with a guild, but this represents your relationship to the org you're in.
How? Like it's
Anything you do that benefits
you
the
don't
org
switch, you have
while
more
you are
loyalty?
representing it will gain you loyalty with them. So, for example, you could be doing missions for the org-aligned guild, or you could be depositing money and materials into org storage.
Org storage. Another tease.
Yes. I knew it. Common storage for the org for common personages. Yes.
Ultimately, we wanted to encourage long-term membership because we don't think you should just be able to join and
Oh yeah,
well-established
Zero.
org and then
Social is
just
gonna
get
be
everything
so
instantly for
much
no
with
effort.
guys.
So to put it simply, having low loyalty limits what you gain from the org's alignment benefits.
It's-
And having high loyalty gives you
There's
full
gonna be so
access.
much intensive playing with other
We
people.
also wanted org leadership to be able to view members' current loyalty and use it as a tool to reward appropriately with things like ranks and permissions. And then loyalty resets to 0 when you leave an org, so there's some incentive for sticking around.
Wait, does that mean I lose my loyalty if I change my representation away?
No, so not representing puts your contributions or ongoing benefits on hold.
Okay,
when
so
you
it's
start
on.
representing again, you essentially just pick up where you left off.
Okay, that's
But,
good. So
what if I
you're
leave
not
the
losing
org?
it, right?
It's not very loyal, so
Right. Well, so, you know, in my org, my Buccaneers, they're mostly scoundrels, and so they tend to join and leave, and, you know, it's not very loyal in general.
But at the Year Right Club, we've got loyal people.
To manage, though, with the
You guys are
flow
gonna
of
have
joiners
all
and
the
leavers.
benefits.
Do we have any
Zero,
tools to have managers
Diplo,
like me?
Well,
Gruff,
let's
Captain
have a look
Carrot.
at the members tab. So this
gonna
is
take
less
that loyalty
complex than
chart to the
previous
roof.
tabs, but it's equally important. This is where you see the community of your org and your place in it. So in here, you'll be able to manage members. You can leave notes
And the notes!
and
And the
see the
notes.
ranks of members. And as we did with the friends list and the party list, we're adding rich presence in here as well. This is the rank panel. It gives you a clear indication where you sit within the community. And you'll see permissions on here, but that's something that we'll delve more into at a later date. For now, I'll just say that the leader might be able to determine permissions for each rank, and well, it could be things like inviting new members or accessing org storage.
Stop teasing us with org storage. God.
on.
So, all right. So, orgs form.
Oh man, we're just
and
getting
friendship
started
and
with this
animosities
Citizencon. There's gonna
build
be
up.
so much gonna be showing,
Maybe
right?
my Buccaneers and the Fellowship of JJ don't really see eye to eye.
Org bank account,
Most of
org
the time.
storage. Oh
Would be
my,
great
oh
for this
my.
to translate in game, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it?
What? It's gonna be a video? Oh yes.
So yeah, it's a good job we got it covered, which is with our new alliances and rivalry system. So you're going to have the ability to create alliances and go to war. And there are many reasons to make friends. You might want to have trading
Tracy's at
partners, or you might want to group.
We're gonna have
protection
org
if you're playing somewhere
wars.
Like Pyro. And at the same time, there are probably going to be
Guys,
many
you guys
reasons
heard
why
that?
you won't
Org
get along.
wars.
Maybe an org keeps attacking or stealing from you.
Org hangers, yeah, of course. Org
Alliance is
diplomacy.
forming an agreement between two org leaders, and it has to be mutual. You can't force someone to be friends.
Unlike real life.
And org alliances, of
Request
course.
to
right,
send
yeah.
from this screen if you have permission, and you can respond here as well. And as a bonus, allied orgs are going to have additional lines of communication.
Yeah,
like
or
alliance
PvP
chat,
wars, exactly,
or being
Zio.
able to share alliance events on the calendar, just to name a few.
So, what if we are at
So,
war against
rivalry,
another org?
That isn't a mutual
Are we
agreement.
going to
If
get a
someone
crime
decides
stat
you're
if we
their
commit
rival,
a
well,
crime against
tough
these
luck.
orgs, or will the UEC look
However,
away?
you could reach a mutual agreement to make a truce, putting you back at neutral. And there's no real benefit to having rivals, so we want to make them easy to identify. That's why alliances and rivalries tie directly into hostility indicators.
Okay.
So just like now,
Let's see how it
you'll
looks
be
like in
able
game.
to see neutral contacts in white
Blue?
and
Oh,
party
white,
members
okay.
show up in blue, whereas your org wingmen will come in a dark green and your allied orgs in a paler green. Your rivals will show up in red.
Or
Automatically.
people in your kill list.
The kill list,
The kill list.
people on your kill list that we mentioned before will also show up in red or orange.
Okay.
If you're not, well, they're not legal to attack. That's the go straight to jail card if you kill them here.
Okay, so they're like
So
hostile
we'll
but not
be
legal to
adding
kill.
accessibility options for this stuff as well, to make sure that everybody can benefit from these updates.
Very nice.
So that's everything for orgs today, but it's just the tip of the social iceberg. And we didn't have time to show you everything, but there's lots more to show in the future. And we're super excited because we finally get to deliver it.
Man, this is awesome. This is going to be changing the
Now,
way
what have we
play.
learned?
What have we learned this
We're
week? What have we
upgrading
learned this year?
subsets and social tools to MMO size. With a new social app in the MobiGlass, proper tools to manage parties with rich presence, ready check, and ship information. Richer chat with the niceties normally present in every
Now, hopefully
game.
we're not going to
A
be
new
seeing
party
too
finder,
much
a
in
system
the
that
UI as well.
allows
Too many
you to
names
find
like we're
players to
seeing with
play
right now.
Revamp
Oh,
beacons and guide system powered by rating and proficiency. On orgs.
well, make you.
we're
Thank you
breaking
so
orgs
much
in
for the
game.
sub, man.
We're obviously with a new orgs app, but also alignment. So you align your org with a guild and get benefits for your members, representations, which identifies you in the verse and gives you benefits, and loyalty to your orgs, and alliances and rivalry to identify friend from foe. And now,
This is
gonna
awesome.
leave
But
you
I,
with a
I
short
just
video
wish
to
that we
end
could
on,
kill
because we
them,
couldn't
but
show
we
everything
cannot,
we're
right?
working
If
on.
we kill them,
But what would it look like
and it's
in
not
the
legal, we'll
unlikely
go to jail.
event where our two powerhouse orgs came together
not
as
yet,
one?
Gruff, not
And
yet.
my
But they
org.
shown what we're
It's
gonna
a
do
little
with the
teaser for
Rat Club.
tomorrow's crafting your home presentation and what you can build together as an org, and teasing something else coming in the future. Have a great Citizencon, guys. See you there.
Yeah.
The Fellowship of JJ. Wait. Wait, player orc t-shirts? And armor? With our logo? Yes! Yes! On the ships! No! This is awesome. Yes!